Welcome in, everybody. How ya doing out there? Good to see you, smiling faces. Welcome back. We're here for round one of TTRPG Community Game Night and second stream of the day, so round two for that. Thank you all for being here again, following back up with that. We are sitting here. I got my document camera set back up. This is the book for the campaign that we're going to be running. Source Connect is in chat. He's saying hey over there. Hello. Tonight we're going to roll my character up and get everything going for that. As the streamer, I'm gonna take kind of a little bit of a special position in the campaign, not necessarily as the leader, but somewhat, as I'll be a noble character class to start. Yo, Biggs the Gamer, what's up, man? Hey, you're welcome for a raid earlier. Thanks for popping back. I hope you're doing well. Everybody go check out Biggs. This is where we ended the initial stream with Splatoon. And then now these are the tools with which we'll be using for the next phase here. Welcome in, Biggs. Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, this is what we're doing here. I've got my character sheet. So fresh and so clean. Yo, I'm Blue Wave. What's up, man? Hello. Yeah, we're doing the Lounge Town tonight. I got out the dot camera. We got the dice. We got the pencils. We got the original books. Sitting here getting ready to do it. I hope you're all doing well. Now, Source, please back me up here. Yo, Artifice, what's up, man? I love that emote, dude. Seriously. I was sitting there in your stream. You were playing V-Rise, and I was just like, that emote is badass. Dude, seriously. Good job. Everybody, please go check out.
This is Sparta!
Please go check out Artifice Nations as well. Good to see you. Hey, WB Tech TV, man. Hey. What's up? Dude, seriously, good shit. So I hope my shirt clipping doesn't bother anybody. V-Rising's so good. Played it back in early access, but you got into it since it's 1.0. Nice. You haven't had a chance to check it out. Gotcha. Just got home from work. Tech, what's up, man? Perfect timing. So Saturday evenings, roughly every other Saturday, is when we're looking to be able to kind of run this campaign. So if you have ever wanted to be in a Dungeons and Dragons like role-playing game, tabletop role-playing game, remote, online obviously, then this is the place to be. Source says he could run up to like 20 people. Now, we routinely have 8. Yo, L, what's up? Hey. Yes, weekend's going well. Thank you for being here. Good to see everyone. I'm just going to keep going down the line and doing the various shout outs, so don't mind me. After you go check out WB Tech. Jedi Knight Academy, nice. New character runs, yeah. So we do prefer, I don't know if it's Source's preference as well, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay version 1. It's kind of my main preference. Camp's not quite set for full page coverage flipping through, but this one's a reprint. Yeah. So, I don't know what year it came out and all that, but the primary, I think Source was saying the first 30 pages of the book is where the character creation stuff's at. Try and get, as much as I can in here. Not quite, perfect, but Never been able to run a TTRPG before. Never had enough interested friends. Biggs, that's it. So this may be for you. I mean, that's actually kind of what we talk about often in my gaming group on Thursday nights, is that we have such a great group of people that are all friends with each other already, and interest in this kind of stuff that heavily that we've been meeting together for decades playing various systems, which is almost unheard of. And the combination of that is a part of the reason why we're here now talking about this, because Source and I really know that there's a lot of folks that are out there that like playing these games but don't always have a chance to join a game that they have people that they know are going to be consistent enough, that are comfortable, helping to establish a comfortable enough space that everybody can have fun exploring our imagination and acting it out in a role play scenario. It gets to be awkward if you're uncomfortable with that kind of stuff. It takes a second to get used to it. So having cool people, I think I'm cool people, it's like, okay, we wanted to be able to be out here and offer that up, see if we could have a space. So new character runs, no specific classes decided upon yet. That's all in the discussion process. That's all what we're here for tonight. I'm getting ready to hop over and jump into Discord with Source so he can actually talk instead of have to try and type into chat. So the voice you'll be hearing is going to be Source, and I'll hop back over there now and we can just start having the conversation. Let's see. Yep. Okay. There may be more than one person. Groove. Okay. Yo, what's up, guys? We're live, just to give you a heads up. What's up?
Hello.
So, Source, I don't know if you were listening in before. Hey, Groove, what's up? The other person in chat right now in Discord.
No, we weren't talking about anything. I was watching the stream and looking at.
Hey, you doing all right?
Sweet. Good to see you both. So I was telling WB Tech had asked if there was any restrictions on classes and stuff, and I was just talking about how currently it's an evolution of an idea and we're just rolling with it, and so wanted to get into Discord so that you'd have your ability to be given input.
Yeah, the game isn't necessarily like Dungeons and Dragons where you have classes. There are careers that you enter into, and then you kind of work through that career to go on your adventures.
So essentially it's like not a class, but you have to have a way to make a living to feed yourself, kind of thing.
Yeah, and unlike Dungeons and Dragons, there's 20 pages of character classes to choose from. And if you start at page 20, you can see it has everything from agitator to I'm not sure what's at the end.
There's agitator, and then a whole mess of classes here, or not classes, rather professions. And then at the end, profession in the book, woodsman.
Wizard's apprentice?
Woodsman. Important. In the wood chopped era, wizards need things. Everybody needs some wood to keep their house warm. Wood to run all the alchemy for the alchemist's apprentice. Entertainer. So
we have an engineer.
So currently we have an engineer and a noble. And do you want to explain a little bit about what you were thinking the group goal for the group role play effort here? Since this is a community effort, it helps that we all know kind of what we're kind of thinking about doing and heading to. So I'm going to flip over to the Noble page while you talk about that and start filling out the parts that don't need discussion.
The basic idea is that the land is... Hold on, I have to mute myself while I talk. I'll mess myself up. The land is at war. Several kingdoms are at war with an empire system to the west. And the young noble, Spartan, has to head out to the east to an unclaimed piece of land and set up a village. Through the career system here, well, there's everything from laborers to woodcutters, engineers, carpenters, and I think as a group, the first effort is to build some sort of sustainable fort while you hold off the remnants of the Yellow Eye Goblin clan. There's a big Warhammer map that shows quite a bit of the Warhammer world.
Do you remember what page it's on?
I'm not sure. It's somewhere in the middle. Maybe 180. And that's the premise of the game. Everybody that wants to play will start in the border princes to the east of Barak Var.
Okay, let me pull up Gitz.
And we're going to use a lot of Warhammer lore and use sort of known systems. So there's yep, sorry.
No, you're good.
I think that's all I've got to say about that. Sorry, I can't hear if you're talking.
I am pushing the push to talk in Discord when I'm replying to you, because otherwise it's just talking to Twitch. That makes sense.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, that way our comms are timely. Go on.
So what do we have as far as classes so far, and what would be most useful for me to do?
So professions we currently have are noble and engineer, and then most useful, I mean, there's a lot of useful things that we're as a team going to be looking forward to. If you think about this fantasy horse knights era, then early gunpowder era, but with magic as well, like things a village would need. So all your basic craftsmen, all your basic trade folk as well. This book is linked in the Discord channel in the pin up there, so you could pull it up yourself. And the character sheet that I have printed is the one in the back of the book here. So you should just take a look at that whole thing and grab that so that you could kind of read along, essentially. So yeah, I didn't necessarily respond into Discord.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can you hot mic on Discord, and then I'll just listen to your stream that way?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Did it go? Is it going?
Yeah, check good.
Okay. All right, cool. There you go. Thank you. So yeah, Grufe, the book is linked in the Discord channel. It's pinned, and this character sheet is in the back of the book, so you can just get a copy of it from there. And if you want to print out a book page, the front and back sheet, character sheet, I heavily recommend everyone that plays tries to do it on pen and paper, just to bring that extra like physical part to it, you know. Dice, I'm gonna roll dice only when I have the document camera so you can see the dice. Otherwise I will use the Discord or the Twitch dice rolling bots to ensure everybody can see the rolls properly. So Group A, yeah, any kind of to restate, basically any kind of profession that's in the book starting on page 20, and that you think a early Renaissance era village would need, that's growing, that's becoming a new village out of basically nothing. So are we going to be on any water sources, rivers, lakes, oceans, seas?
Yes, the Skull River.
Skull River. Is this like a full like barge size river, or like a small like seasonal thing, or you know what I mean? Could you like elaborate on the river? I'm a floater. I'm like,
Well, yeah. Can you? Let's see if I can bring up the map.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Okay. Hitzman's gallery. And I'll just link it in Discord. Map. And it's pretty epic, so it takes a minute to download sometimes.
I'm streaming the map in Discord.
There you go. Watch. Oh, that's the other thing I was thinking about doing, was just I'll do that, since I'll stream show Discord, because then you're the one talking about it. You can move the map to where you want it to be, and I'll just share that part. Okay. But if you could click that okay off there, because then it's okay more.
Bad habits.
And my brain is like, and if you want to go full presentation mode, F11. Let's see. Add another source here. Gonna connect to another source.
Got him.
Got him. Window capture. Let's see if this works. WC Discord. Discord. Damn, I already knew what's up. Can I hide this whole? I don't think I could. Can I go full screen? Let's see. Full screen. No. Full screen in the half you were assigned.
Sorry.
No, not you, me. That was me. I was talking about me struggling with the production side here. All right, what am I doing?
Well,
all right. Maybe I pop it out and that'll be better.
I'm not sure.
Hey Biggs, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Just dealing with some technicalities of the whole thing. I want to actually... Okay. So parts of the character sheet I could deal with right now. I gotta finish getting this map set up here. Let me do that. Yo, Obite, be able to jump in a few minutes? Sweet, sweet. While Mogram in chat. You always see the character sheet in Discord. Yep, I'm getting it set up still. Sorry. It's
Live production.
yeah, live production. Let's see. And I'm also trying to buy Pokeballs in chat, so Pokemans in chat. Let's do it. Okay. So what's the best way to do this? Let's see. Discord. I go full screen over here. And it's you streaming this. Go full screen, make this pop out. Don't mess that up. Turn to the app. That was a mess. That's hilarious. Let's see. Pop out this. Figure this out. I almost got it, y'all. Okay.
Well, I can see the map pretty
Yeah,
good.
we're getting better. Let me go to here. And bam. And okay, how's that? If you do F11, that'll make this almost completely seamless.
Yeah, but
That's
you gotta
in
do
your
a bunch of stuff on my Windows.
in your browser. Oh, okay. So just over zoom in on stuff like Var is barely legible. I know what it means and what it says, so I could read it. But if someone didn't, they might not be able to. Oh, that's brilliant! Perfect. Hang on, let me do the heart shield thing. Diminish. It's a little much for this. Got two of them. Let's go. All right.
Yeah.
So this is the region of the Border Prince area of the map that our campaign is going to be happening in. Barak Var is the major dwarven stronghold in this region. It's one of the only dwarven area strongholds immediately in this immediate human region, and surrounded by Somjak to the west, the larger city you see there, and then up the river from there is another smaller city, and then another up in the northwest. So there's also the X, red X. That's the yellow eye goblins. They're goblins, you know, green skins in this game. Goblins are kind of like the active enemies of humans, and they're like, I don't know, like we always kind of debate, are they evil or are they just monsters? Like, I don't know. Source, I'll just kick that off there. I'll let you go for a second. Sorry.
The morality of goblin slaying. It's a little advanced. I don't know. Well, that is Barakvar. Means sea gate, and that's the home of the Dwarven Navy. In Warhammer, they're kind of steampunky, steam ironclads. The goal will be to create a town up the river in the Varenka Hills.
Varenka Hills. Okay. I'm gonna put that on my character sheet here somewhere under the wealth section, just because it's a big block and I got lots of stuff, room for that. Okay. Establish a small colony village in the Arunka Hills.
I think it's spelled Varenka.
Varenka Hills. Okay.
Might be W sounding V. You never know. And the idea is that you will create this town in order to create a supply source for Barakvar and Somjak, so that they can fight a war against forces to the west. Most of this area has been taken over by a force from across the seas, out of the Black Gulf and down on this peninsula, the Pirates' Coast. You can see that the map itself is quite large. We'll zoom back in to Barakvar. This represents like 60 miles, a couple days travel, a few days travel by cart. We're talking about being out 150 miles or so from the nearest town.
So a very remote frontier village to gather raw material resources, probably like lumber and fish and pelts and etc.
All of those things are good.
Pokemon chat.
You might catch Pokemon.
They might catch you. Don't be slipping.
And with the way that the Warhammer system uses careers, I figured it would be a good way to use various laborer careers or craftsman careers and start a little role-playing town in the version of Animal Crossing in our heads, or something along that lines. We're here to have fun.
Survival,
it's the big thing,
adventure
and I'm willing
builder.
to do this. So yeah, I'm willing to have fun with everybody.
Awesome. So yeah, welcome in Obite in chat. I see we got several folks now. Good to have you all. I'm open mic right now because I am live on Twitch, so it just to make it easier for everybody and not have to like mute and whatever crosstalk. So just a heads up, I don't normally do that in Discord.
Yeah, I'm gonna show the rest of the map here real quick, if that's okay.
Go for it. Yeah.
Okay, Barakvar is here, and then we'll just zoom out slowly.
Whoa, that's a whole lot. Okay, so that little part where your mouse is at, it's kind of right where we're at. Okay, and then That whole major peninsula down there is like the border princes right there.
Yeah, it's somewhat similar to like Renaissance Europe, where this is like the Balkan states, this is Italy, Spain, France, Germany,
Okay. So this
and
is like an
Russia.
analog map where it's
That's the
not
word.
the same, but they are similar to, and even maybe like culturally similar to in some aspects.
Exactly. I think it also helps with because it's an analog to the real world. We can use what we know and just it helps the imagination move along a little faster, so that I don't have to invent a bunch of
Wheels.
exactly.
So the Barakvar Naval Force, this is the western part of the Barakvar Force there. Nice. And then sending out this expeditionary fleet. My character is a noble in the Barakvar controlling family. The Onyx Grip family has been the leaders of the Barakvar fortress for I'm not sure how many centuries. I'm like a second cousin of some of the more prominent members of that family, but
The Grundlesons.
the Grundlesons, but nobles nonetheless. So I've been kind of tasked with this as the primary administrational overseer, whatever. You know, I'm not necessarily a military expeditionary leader, but kind of the financiers person in charge, if that kind of makes sense. And with the noble claim, whatever. So there's a little bit of a kind of a hierarchical aspect there too.
Yeah, that leads in good with what the border princes are all about. To become a real land-holding noble, you have to fight for your bit of land, find an open bit of property some 100 miles from somebody else, and you lay down roots. So that's in the tradition. You're going to go off and do that out here in the Varenka Hills. The dangers to watch out for are the yellow eyes, and then on the larger scale, all of the orc and various vampire tribes and undead that come streaming out of the Mad Dog Pass. That's largely used as an entrance into the Empire realms by the forces of chaos that spawn from this area over here. And then that is an ancient war. The dwarves still hold the line against all of the orcs and various forces of chaos.
Excellent. So, as a remote frontier outpost, our primary support is going to come from Barakvar. What about the eastern cities across the river? Do we have any like geopolitical connections with them? Yeah, those ones right there.
To start with, no. You
I,
know,
I mean, we
you're
wouldn't, but Barakvar might. That's what I was kind of. Are they
yeah.
known? Like once we get set up, we should maybe send somebody over and say, "Hey guys, we're over here in the hills. Just to let you know, if you ever are traveling through, stop by. We might have some mead for you or whatever."
These villages here, I believe, are set up as individual kingdoms or princedoms, and
Oh,
they hold the Silk Road from, Mad Dog Pass leads all the way out eventually to China. And so
the
that's the European entrance to the Silk Road. So there's some human, various factions hold these cities.
Okay, gotcha. Lots of major international trade border, essentially. Lots of various factions there. Okay, so the human side, I guess any of these little house abodes, they're like human houses. And sorry, y'all been lurking. What system we play? This looks honestly much more fun than D&D. You sold me. It's a Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay system. The book is linked in the Discord channel. First edition. Yep, check it out. You're all welcome to join us. We do not have a cap yet, but we should start making a list of people who, well, as you roll your character up, then you'll be that'll be the list, right? Well, it'll be easy to do that. I'm starting tonight. We're talking about the world we're in, and we're talking about the system a little bit, and talking about building up my character as well as anyone else's that's here that's looking to do that tonight. So currently, we're looking at every other Saturday as a consistent game time. So.
Although Memorial Day weekend's gonna put us a month between games here.
Correct. Like every other Saturday, and of course, we'll have to pause as needed. This is has to be a sustainable thing. That's the other part about gaming that's not always talked about. It has to be a schedule that works, and that it's not so taxing on the rest of your schedule to make that work. So it's if you want something to be fun long term, it has to be something that can work. And that is a big part of why I know a lot of folks have challenges. Scheduling is always a pain. I think, Source, if you could talk to the part that you mentioned that people could play even if they weren't going to be able to be here every session.
Oh yeah. I think that's why 20 would work. And pardon me, hold on. I was in the middle of drinking a sip of coffee and I started talking. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's my move.
Where was I? Okay, so even if you can't be here for every game, if you want to play, that is just fine. I think at this point we haven't hit the limit, so any kind of input would be great. But also, if you don't feel like making a character, the thing that I would like to see here is community interaction, so that if we need just some flavor, not some flavor, but we can. I want everybody to be able to add to the world so that we can all experience it together, even if you're just doing it in chat, and we'll figure out something to in character things, and maybe something through Discord.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Discord augments, right? Maybe you're not ever able to make the Saturday live stream sessions. Maybe you only participate in the Discord TTRPG channel session and then watch the VODs. Like, we're trying to make this as flexible as possible for everyone to be able to participate that has never had an open and understanding, accepting group here. We're going to be here. We're setting up the framework. We're just hoping folks can hop on board and say, that interests me, that aligns with my schedule enough that I would be able to participate at a meaningful layer. And like Source was saying, even if that layer means I don't ever actually roll up a character sheet proper, but I have a character maybe in the game throughout the text chat portion of it, right? And then maybe you play that long enough throughout the campaign, you're like, Source, can I just roll up a character now? And I'm sure, yeah, let's roll it up, I mean, we're as flexible as it can be, I think, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah, I think the other thing that I really enjoy about role-playing games is that everything gets documented and goes really well into an Excel sheet. So if somebody just wants to run a shop, we can talk once or twice and a shop can be up and running. Then you'll collect gold and buy low, sell high, or something along those lines, or get the community to help you achieve a goal or something, and then that way everybody kind of gets to step up, maybe be a quest giver, maybe be an active player, part of the militia when it's time to go to war. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Sorry, I lost my train.
No, that's good. And the other part is, as a village here, we're gonna be. It takes a village. You know what I mean? That's like there's gonna have to be a lot of probably characters that we never roll up. That maybe if you decide you wanted to be the person playing that character or whatever during that time, then have a chat about it. I don't know. Source, you get dropped.
Yeah, it says you've been disconnected. Sit tight.
Got disconnected. Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out different ways to do the stuff, and that's all right. I was trying to kind of work on my sheet a little bit while you were talking. Oops. I'm gonna leave that for when you reshare it so that it pops back up. Yeah, hopefully Discord's not too messed up. I'm gonna check back in chat, see, make sure I didn't miss anything. Lurk, fine, good. Lurking over here. System, we answered, cool. Yeah, and that's it. Okay. Right monitor. Oh, did it close again?
It was my web page.
Oh. So I need to make another.
No, I'll fix it. Hold on,
Oh.
sorry.
No, you're good. I need to make another button in my Steam Deck. Copy this guy. I'm setting up a button on my Stream Deck so that it does stuff. Copy. Make a copy of this guy. Duplicate. Call it Games Live. .camp. Whoa. Okay.
It's back.
Okay. Finish setting this up and I'll switch back over. I can't. Oh, that's the thing, having Bob. Edge. Living on the edge. So Games Live here. Oh. There we go. Okay, thank you back. All right. So I'm creating new Stream Deck buttons for all of our camera setups here so that I don't have to mess with this every time. Camera, duplicate, Games Live, map.
Sometimes it's going to be a book.
Right, what you're sharing. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, well, right. But it's the map setup like a map.
I'm just kidding.
No, that's a good idea though to be proper with the naming. Discord. There. That's the dot cam full screen. Okay. There we go. Oh, it's taking me so long. My printer's being an ass. Hey, no worries, Group 8. That's printer's main thing usually. So, so currently I need to roll up my character sheet. I've got, let me go back to, let me edit this, Games Live, Docs Cam. Okay. Oh,
I'm gonna go AFK just for a moment. If you want to talk about the game or something, I don't know.
oh yeah. No, you're good. So I'm setting up right now to finish out my character sheet here. I'm also messing with my document camera and various production settings through my Stream Deck. So what I'm trying to do is change this to be dot cam. So I press this button. When I press this button, it's the map. And then when I press this button, I'm back to, well, yes, see? Okay. This is all good. So as a noble in this game, there is a, back here, in the book, you pull up on page 35. Jeez, I might need to go get some glasses. Hang on. I have some readers for when I'm role playing. Man, this stuff gets so tiny. All right, page 33 is 32 page rather is the noble page. Whoa, I gotta look. See, this is why people do the look over thing, because if I look at you or move my head around while I'm looking through these glasses, I'm like, ugh. It's like they're great for like magnifying a little bit of text though, but like when I look at chat, I could read chat fine without the glasses. Like it's only like little tiny text right in front of, I don't know. Oof. Okay. So the noble here, I'm gonna pull this up on the screen and then kind of go through the character profession a little bit. Okay. Not in focus yet. Okay. Now what I can do, the cool part about this dot cam is it does pretty good with bringing stuff in. So bringing it in. Just make sure it's all in focus here. So as you could all read along is essentially what I'm trying to do. Okay. To be one of the ruling classes seems to the ordinary citizen of the old world to grant the right to live a life removed from the cares and struggles of ordinary men. Nobles control the land, and many have had the sense to involve themselves in matters of commerce, in competition with bankers and financiers. However, the younger sons of noble families frequently have to fend for themselves. When their elder brothers take over the family fortune and estates, since one of the major preoccupations of the noble class seems to be to cause them untold harm to other members, even those from one's own family. Many disinherited nobles turn to the military life of adventuring for excitement, certainly, but many more do so because they wouldn't know what else to do. The noble class is in the warrior class as far as class groupings go for professions, if that makes sense. It's a warrior profession. Certainly, none of them would lower themselves to the practice of trade, or a few would tolerate the boredom of study for an academic profession. They see war as a great and glorious game, and they view getting drunk, insulting commoners, and wrecking restaurants in much the same light. Nobles tend to have a short attention span, an irritating accent, and an unfailing ability to rub lesser mortals up the wrong way. But they nearly always manage to sail through life almost unscathed, owing to the combination of luck, charm, and deference which their free-spiriting manner tends to generate in tradesmen. And their base skills are blather, charm, etiquette, heraldry, luck, read write, ride, wit. Then you roll dice to see if you have gamble, public speaking, consume alcohol, specialist weapon, fencing sword, and a 10% chance of musicianship. And then trappings in this game are the things you have to be able to practice that profession. So the trappings are, once you have them, then you're eligible to start practicing as that profession. So in this case, for a noble, those trappings are a horse. It's a big deal in this game if you're not a noble. Expensive clothes. 2d6 crown gold. Jewelry worth 10d6 gold crowns. D4 hangers on. And career exits are bod, duelist, freelance, gambler, and student. Now, up along the top, you see the advanced scheme numbers. The M, WS, BS, and all that are on your character sheet here. M, WS, BS. And what those are, M is movement. Yeah, you get your hangers on automatically. Yeah. M is movement. WS is weapon skill. That's your melee weapon skill. Ballistic skill. BS. S is strength. T is toughness. W is wounds. That's a rough equate how you partly calculate what would be hit points in Dungeons and Dragons. Wounds is a major part of that. I is initiative, not to be confused with INT, which is the classic Dungeons and Dragons for intelligence. So it goes I, initiative. A is attack. Typically in the beginning, most people have one attack per round, but later as you get to be higher level characters, some classes have 2 and maybe even 3 attacks per round. Pretty gnarly when it comes to being like a warrior class type and your melee. Then we have Dex, LD, which is leadership, Int, as I mentioned, intelligence, CL, which is cool, like how well do you handle a situation? Are you a cool cat? Are you freaky, like all the time, getting nervous all the time, real easy? WP is willpower, and then the last one is fellowship, and that's how well you interact with folks of your similar stature. So you write down the starter profile, the advanced scheme, the current profile. You get those set up. Thank you for equating some of these to D&D where applicable. Pretty helpful. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. I really do enjoy D&D, but this system is quite fun. I've really I haven't played D&D since like 3.5, I think. And I played a lot of video games, right? But they're always like partial interpretations. I think that Baldur's Gate 2 does a nice job for that feel of things. So yeah, that's kind of the basics right there. Movement speed, obviously, you know, you're going to be going so far, so fast. On the back, there's a section with a movement rate. cautious, standard, and running so many yards per second, so many yards per minute, a mile per hour conversions. I don't know. Usually what happens is your movement doesn't go up a whole lot very fast. So after you fill in all your character stuff here, then later you can fill in these ones on the back that are calculated based on the numbers on the front. So there's some of these things on the back that are calculations for other stuff. Fate points, magic points, power level, experience. You've got a languages section, insanity points. That's something that you start going a little crazy. You take an insanity point, you hit so many. Oh yeah, no worries, source. You take so many insanity points, and there's a chart to roll on. I was talking to everybody about the character sheets here and the main attributes, and kind of how they equate a little bit to D&D. Like wounds is a part of your like hit point calculation if you were playing D&D. Weapon score, ballistic skill, weapon skill, each of those being different. I didn't really get into toughness or any of that. I just went through what they are, the name for them and stuff, but I didn't really get much in beyond that. So when I write down my stuff, I write down here what numbers I have, or I write down what's the starter profile for the nobles right here, right? Because this says advanced schemes. So would I have a different starter profile that I needed to just write down that was like, you did this before? I don't remember. When we started our noble campaign, that was so many years ago.
On page 3 are your stat roll, and you'll put your starting basic stats there. Maybe not 3, but maybe 6.
The third page of the part that's stuff. Yeah, okay. So down here, this camera here. That.
Yep. So you'll have your basic stats from there. You'll roll on the dwarf column.
Okay.
And then as you advance, each advancement from your career will cost you 100 experience.
So, okay. So when I go to move those up, like say movement, and I have the option to move it up because of my career, then to take it to that next level, I spend 100 XP.
Yep.
Okay. So yep. D2 plus 2. What? D2?
Yeah,
what the hell? They're like, it's like a half a D4. Just cut your D4 in half. Like, wait, what?
Coin flip, odds or evens sort of thing.
Yeah, I know. It just cracks me up. I grabbed all these dice. I did not grab a quarter. I don't know. That's funny, though. Okay. So I'm going to... Oh, you got it there. Yeah, if you pull it up, I'll move the book and then roll. All right. So let me get. I'm gonna go get a quarter to flip / roll this.
Huh.
All right. Got a quarter on it. All right, movement's a number determined. Oh, wait, let me switch to this other one. Okay, so we'll be rolling on the dwarf table. A D2. Right here is my D2, y'all. So I don't know if y'all. Wild Weedle's in chat. He's already gone. I missed it. All right, whatever. Okay, hang on. Here we go. D2 dice roll. Here we go. I didn't declare what was what. Heads is 2.
Yeah, right.
Damn it. All right, heads is hey, rolls be high. Wait, I could maybe. Do I have D2 in chat? Let me see. I broke the dice roller. Okay, I don't have a D2 though. I should make one. All right. The tails is 1 and heads is 2. All right. So 2 plus 2. Oh man, I'm a fasty dwarf again. Hey man, those hemracks, you know. My other character that is a hemrack, or rather an onyx grip family. So starter profile, I write 4 here.
Yep.
Okay. And then weapon scores 2d10 plus 30. These are, one's a d10, one's a d10. Just, I'm adding them up.
Yeah, we'll add them.
13. Oh.
43. Yeah, you add them and then add the bonus of 43.
Right, the 2d10 plus 30. That's for that one. And for the ballistic score, 2d10 plus 10. So really, there we go. Okay, we're rolling a dwarf here. So, okay, so it's a 3 and a 4. So the 2d10 combines to 7 plus 10, 17 for a ballistic score. Pretty bad.
You'll need a d6. Dwarves and bows, that whole thing.
Right? Yeah, that seems really low. Well, I'm more melee all the way. Melee all the way. Okay, dwarf roll for strength is D3 plus 1. So, what's your D3 method? The D6 divided by 2?
Yeah.
Boom. So, 3, 4 strength. Nice. Okay. Toughness, D3 plus 2. Boom.
Yeah.
Toughness is
Natural
good.
born fighter.
Yeah. So that's 3 plus 2, 5. Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay is an amazing game. We even roll. What's up? Welcome in. Thank you for stopping in. I like the Zweihander did to the character creation background part, but Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay did for the win. Dude, welcome in. Thank you for that. Thank you for stopping in and saying that. Zweihander is something I was following as they were releasing, but I haven't actually purchased any books or anything and actually followed through. We've been playing a bunch of other systems. Currently, my normal gaming group is Thursday nights. We're playing Mage Ascension currently. We spent about almost 10 years doing different Warhammer Fantasy roleplay editions and variations. Well, thank you for that. It's good to see you. Definitely join us. I stream Tuesdays and Saturdays normally, but this is going to be a Saturday evening thing. But we're doing it out of Discord as well, so we'll be able to have some continuity throughout the week. Thank you for that follow. I do have anonymous follows, so if you would like to interact, please say hello. yeah, it's good to have everybody. The following is the optimal way to get those notifications because I do tweet out when I go live, but not every single time. And a lot of times I do it mainly for my scheduled streams, and then my extra streams I just kind of ninja. A little easier for me to just to go live and then end stream instead of having to do all the other stuff. So it's kind of like I treat myself to pop-up streams when I want to do something and hang out with y'all for a little bit beyond. So you're only going to see those if you're getting a long of it. Well, that's awesome. I'm rolling up a noble dwarf, and I'll pull up the map for Source so Source could show you. I think this is it. If you want to pull up the map at all, but we're going to be in the Border Prince area, so it's up to you. Dwight's nice try. Warhammers 1 to 2 are amazing. 4th, let's not forget about it ever exists. Dude, we did do a 4th campaign, and it was a struggle. Like we liked it, but it was more role play, less role play. You know what I mean for us? So, yeah. 4th was I liked 1st edition still better. So Barak Var is this dwarven fortress right up above my head here, and it's in the Border Prince region. They're the major naval powers, dwarven naval power. This is their entrance to their fleets and stuff. They are looking to expand out to make an external presence. Think about any game where you play where you you build and send out a settler unit to form a new colony or village. It's essentially an essence of what's happening here. Is I'm the noble leader of this group of villagers who are heading out from Barak Var, funded by Barak Var, to form a village out in the Varenka Hills, which is the area that's labeled to the east of that. Funded. Well, I mean, they didn't kill us. I don't know. My character's noble character has been given charge of this expedition. I didn't pay for it. It came from the family, dwarf noble leader in Warhammer. I don't know if you just saw my 2 stat rolls too, but it was like, oh, strength, max roll, 4. Toughness, max roll, 5. It's like, oh, weapon score, 43. Okay, this guy is probably gonna, movement 4, max roll. Okay, this guy's probably gonna be a fighter. Fighter-y type. But he's a warrior class noble. So, the career class is warrior. Warrior class. Alignment, not a dick. I don't know. And then current career, noble. That's kind of hard to write on the side there. Okay. And race, dwarf. Got the big D dwarfs. I'm
We'll roll for height and age and stuff.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, and alignment is just going to be what, neutral or what's?
Yeah, neutral.
Okay.
High weave and roll.
Okay, and I like to use a pencil for gaming. I like to use a 0.5, 0.7. This is 0.7. It helps to have a nice pencil. Unfortunately, the erasers on these are kind of assy, so I usually carry a side eraser for my calculus math days. I feel like I'm in danger. The highest stat so far is in leadership. Groofe. Hey man, you'll be my number one hero. Don't worry. It's like if you're in middle level management, you know you got a boss who's like actually gonna take the fall. Wait, am I talking about like that? That's me, right? Sure. Well, Weave and Roll, we're looking to play every other Saturday. You're welcome to join us. Jump into my Discord, Exclamation Point Social is the Discord link, and then there's a TTRPG channel that they're talking in, and there's also a chat room associated with that where we're putting links and stuff. So check all that out. Just following orders here, boss. That's right, Obite. That's right. I qualify to be an academic, so I'm 53, so I should be one, right? I mean, if you're 53 in game, are you a human or a dwarf? Yeah, we've enrolled, and you might have missed it because we were talking about it before you got here or said anything in chat. You might have been listening, but we're trying to make this as flexible as possible for folks. You know, if you can only play whenever intermittently, but you maybe want to interact, you could just interact through the chat and Discord. If you want to maybe not even roll up a character sheet, that's also an option. You know, we're really flexible to have people hanging and listening because this is going to be a space of people who are respectfully wanting to have a good time role playing. It's kind of hard to get that sometimes. So I could curate a space. I can make sure that it stays chill, the vibe is good, that we can all just have fun. That's been my whole thing, my whole life. It's been my whole thing as long as I've been streaming on Twitch, you know. So we're just trying to carry this forward into the role-playing realm. It's a lot of folks talk about, I've heard anecdotally, I would love to, I never get a chance. The groups that I've joined were too different, weird, odd. I didn't enjoy, uncomfortable, etc. Didn't end up playing with them long. So
Yeah, and I will say that definitely make a post in the TTRPG channel if you're gonna make a character. Grufe, if you've rolled up a character, that's cool, but it might be easier if you haven't played this just to have me walk you through it on the side of on a different channel in Discord. I'd be happy to do all of that.
Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't want anybody that's going to play with us to just roll up their character without your input, for sure. I mean, roll one up, get practice at the system and all that. That's great. But when it comes to the character you're going to use, probably have a chance, I think, like Source was saying, to reiterate, would make time to be able to do that with you.
Yeah, and then we've got the fun little dice bot in the Discord.
Yes, dice bot in Discord as well. Yep. 46-year-old dwarf. Gotcha. So you're like a teenager, just out of teenager. You're like a young professional dwarf. 46 seems pretty young, right? I'm gonna go get some more coffee, y'all. I'll be right back, and we'll continue rolling out the rest of this character sheet here. Let me put this to this guy. Yeah. All right, be right back. Coffee.
Yeah, so really, I liked all of the interest, and if you've started rolling a character, we can use that, or if you feel like you wanted to make that as a mulligan, I'm happy to have that happen as well. Part of the character creation that we haven't really gotten into with Spartan is going into doing skills and what those actually mean for the game. Typically, the careers will have skills that allow you to do your job, and then secondary to that are the skills that allow you to like fight monsters. I think there's also room for anybody that wants to expand into other academics, but we do need. You'll notice that there's careers like laborer and rat catcher and things like that. So you would have a different, whatever your career is, that's going to end up being your role in the village, especially on downtime or like through the week when we're talking through Discord. And then as I start getting the people signing up in TTRPG, that's when I'll start making the Excel sheets that has everybody's name and ideas and stuff like that, so I can really weave it and make everybody feel like they're having an impact on this little village in the hills. To that end, we don't even have a name for the village yet, so we're gonna roll up the noble and then maybe figure out what his name is and a few other things, and then we'll start talking about the adventurers that step up and say, "I'll join you, sir," and before you head off into the wild.
Yeah, thank you for that. Okay. Most memorable character started as a rat catcher, right? Hey, it's a humble profession. Somebody's got to do it. For sure, for sure. So I have 2 skills. Let's see, Ludent, right? So you'd be surprised. The rat catcher's got quite a bit of stuff up there. Okay, so let's see. Next, we're not quite done. I've did wounds is next as a dwarf. That's D3 plus 5. 1. So 6.
Yeah, you get more because you're a dwarf, so maybe
Right.
that'll help.
Yeah. Base. Still 6 wounds is not bad. With 5 toughness. It's kind of handy to have reasonable amounts. Okay. Oh, nice. Our nerd group Smoker Extraordinaire just mentioned in text chat that they picked up a nice hunk of meat to smoke up for us all. Okay. Let's roll initiative. 2d10 plus 10. 15, 25. Dwarf initiative. Not fast. And then attack for dwarfs. Everybody starts with 1. I mentioned that earlier. Most of the things are 1. Dex. 2d10 plus 10. 69. No way. 15 plus 10. 25 for Dex. Not bad. Okay. Leadership. 1 and 5. 6. Plus 40. 46. Dwarves are pretty good leaders naturally. And then cool or intelligence. Eight. 2d10 plus 20, so 28. And cool is 2d10 plus 40. 6 and 10. 16. 46.
56.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 50. I was just like, wait. 56. I'm cool as ice. Anything above 40 is pretty solid. Anything above 30 is a baseline for some skills. Version 1. Willpower. 5. So 2d10 plus 5. 40 rather. So 45. Willpower. Reasonable. 2d10 plus 10. 9 and 8, 17 plus 10, 27. Nice.
All right. In the nature of having a good time and you're a hero, you can re-roll toughness or leadership. Or willpower. Any of those low ones. You pick one, but you got to take whatever you roll. The thing about rolling toughness is you can't roll lower.
Toughness is maxed. I would like to re-roll.
Toughness is not.
Yeah,
I mean wounds. Sorry.
Wounds is what I would like to re-roll. Yeah, it's already as low as it can be, so I would like to re-roll that one instead. So okay, D3 plus 5. So this green one's been doing me good. except for that wounds roll. It did 2 perfect rolls, strength and toughness. Let's do a wounds roll. Let's give it the final chance. Yes! Yes! All right. Definitely a fighter guy. So basically my wounds roll now is going to be D3, which is 3 plus 5. It's going to be 8 instead of 6, which is substantial. Even though it's not like the end of the world to have it be at 6. I know that looks horrid.
In a game where like 12 is max, I think 6 is pretty good.
Right, and that just makes 8 that much better for starting. Okay. This is the first stat line. This gentleman is going to be an Onyx grip.
That's our homebrew noble family inside Barakvar on the noble family.
So when we did the noble campaign, our first version 1 noble campaign, I rolled a dwarf, Hemrak Onyx grip, who was the prince of the hold to become the king later, and then we went through like a 5-year campaign, and then this campaign is happening before that by what, 20 years or so, we were saying?
It's happening sort of concurrent. Well,
Oh, right.
Himrak is off in Bretonia and the Empire gathering mercenaries.
For 5 years.
You're here holding the fort.
Gotcha.
Literally.
Holding the fort and expanding the frontier. I'm in the Onyx grip family, but I'm like a cousin, not directly related. So I wanted to use my original character's family since they were essentially the leaders of that fortress for however many centuries. So that's a backstory for the Onyx grips. And yeah, I still don't know what first name there though. So okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
what other roles?
We're gonna move down. Scroll here. Little description of dwarves. Roll your height.
Okay. Can you scroll it up a little bit so my head's not blocking? Perfect. Okay, so 4 foot 4 inches plus a D10 inches. So 4 more inches, so I'm 4 foot 8. Hey. Okay. All right. Reroll toughness, having max is boring. I mean, you're not wrong, but I also like not dying, and I was told this is both a grim world and a perilous adventure. So, yeah. Let's see how many fate points I actually end up rolling. That might be the clincher. Be like, oh, you got 1, dog. Oh, sorry.
On the back side of your sheet, if you want to fill it out, you have a psychology hatred for goblins.
Hatred for goblins.
Goblins, orcs, and hobgoblins.
Greenskins.
Yeah.
I wrote greenskins. That's orcs too, though, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Jason, what's up, man? You hunk of a man. Big hugs, man. How you doing? Good to see you. Rolling up my character here. Okay, psychology. I know languages. I know Kazalid.
Kazalid, an old worlder.
Okay. Kazalid, old worlder. Okay. Place of birth, Barakvar. Border princes.
And you have a D3 fate points.
D3 fate points. Woo! Okay. How you doing, Jason?
Nice.
You gonna join us? 8 points. Brace. Okay. No magic points. Whoop. Camera llama ding dong.
Forgot where they did aid.
All right, keep that in
Okay,
mind.
so your age.
Jason, what are we doing? We're rolling up a character for a Warhammer Fantasy roleplay. Okay, Dwarf's age is up under the upper right there. Let me see. I'll move this down a little bit. Okay, so Dwarf's age.
You choose if you want to be older or younger, and then roll the dice.
Okay, so 9d12 or 9d20 years. If the result is less than 16, roll again, adding a new score to the old. Gives a potential age range for dwarves between 165 and 195. Nice.
16.
16 to 195, rather, yep. Okay.
You might do it in Discord.
I mean, I have d20s. Oh, it's 9 of them, though. Yeah. Okay. We're
Right.
gonna, if y'all aren't in Discord, you could go ahead and hop in there. I'm gonna go to Discord and type this out for the roll because, the chat room is where. Oh, it's popped out. It's.
Well, there's a lot of people that are interested. I see Weave and Roll, Obite, Grufe, Biggs the Gamer,
Nice.
and then me. I was excited that I was here.
I was excited you were here. Wow. High five. So, what we've got going on, Jason, is this game. Okay, if you've heard of Dungeons and Dragons, it's not Dungeons and Dragons, but it's a tabletop role-playing game, pen and paper role-playing game, where you write on your sheet and you roll dice, ROLL, in the acting out the ROLE play. So you roll, I was just acting, and then they're like, roll these dice to see if that worked. Like, but you still gotta roll ROLE out the play to then get to the dice play. Now, and everybody has their own comfort level and skill and knowledge and all that. And so, you know, this is a flexible way for folks to use their imagination and a little bit of that in a social way that, you know, not everybody's able to find a pen and paper role-playing group online that is a solid group that they can vibe with, that's open, I guess, and tolerant, and trying to also be. Myself and Sort of both kind of declared that we're looking to make this be open for everybody and not be a bunch of judgmental nerds being like, and no, you can't do that. That's not the. Like, that's just
Right.
horrible. We want this to be fun. We've been having decades of fun playing role-playing games. Source, please back me up.
Yeah. The other thing is if you ever go watch like any of the other role-playing streams, there's very little interaction with chat or the stream itself, and I think we're gonna try and turn that around a little bit. And once we get it set up, we're talking a handful of games here, game nights. We will have our own little town, our own little Animal Crossing in a grim and perilous world.
Danger
And we'll
zone.
drop maps and stuff.
Yes. Can be. Oh, sorry, I'm just doing stuff while you were talking. Okay,
Yeah.
so I need to roll dice.
Yeah,
Is what you
90,
said.
20, or young or old.
I want to be young. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm young because of all my stats here.
9d12.
9d12. All right, I'm gonna do that in chat. So in Discord, I added a bot. 9d12. Oops. Nine. I did it wrong first. 9d12. All right, I am 68. Okay, not a young pup, but still pretty decently young. Okay.
So on the dwarf chart, 68, your age says that you have +1 skills.
An extra skill. You put a
Yeah,
+1
so
right
a
here.
d4, roll a d4 and then add +1.
Oh, okay. D4 +1. Roll a 3. So 4 skills total.
4
Okay.
skills. For mandatory skills, all dwarves have mining. If the character has 2 or more initial skills, the second skill will be one of smithing or metallurgy.
Metallurgy. And then that way we can have anybody that wants to be a town smith can be. Okay. Can I take smithing as well since I have 4 available, or those are just the 2 primaries?
You take your 2 mandatory and then we'll roll percentiles for your other ones.
Okay.
I usually do it so that if your career class that you want to start with already has it, I let you re-roll. So if you get read right, you can re-roll that.
To get a different one since you already get
Yeah.
it to start, you're saying? Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna be a noble here. So the skills are wait, I get 4 of these skills automatically is what you're saying?
2 of them have been chosen. So you already picked up smithing and metallurgy. Or
Mining and metallurgy. Okay. And those aren't on that list. That's because I was a dwarf, right?
Yep. So percentiles?
For the ones that need roles like gamble, public speaking, consume alcohol, those ones?
Nope. Do you see the page I'm on my stream?
No.
Oh.
Sorry. I had the noble page open. And come over here, Discord share. Bam. I gotta reopen your.
Oh,
Okay.
caused chaos. I could have just told you the page number.
No, you're good. I just had it. I had to change it around to do the dice roll. And full screen. And I gotta turn off the chat room. There we go. Okay, sorry. Thank you. About 20 books for this game. This edition. There's 4 editions. Yeah, we have most of the books. Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole book. Jason, this book is linked. You can look at a PDF of this book from the Discord channel. It's a pinned reference. Okay, sorry, source. So I'm a warrior here, and I'm going to roll a dwarf warrior skill chart. Is what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay. What I'm going to do is make this other window bigger. So dwarf warrior, if I roll 0 to 5, I'm going to get acute hearing. ambidextrous, dance, disarm, dodge blow, drive cart, excellent vision, fleet-footed, lightning reflexes, luck, night vision, read write, which I already have, ride. Okay, all right. So since I have some of these, this seems overwhelming if you've never done anything like this before. Jason, then that is the perfect opportunity for you to ease on in. Let me just say, Source could back me up. He's mentioned that he's willing to, you're going to have to sit with him a little bit and he's going to walk you through getting this set up. We're going to all be together when we're playing, etc. It'll be fine. If you've ever been interested, this is the best place ever for you to try and learn about this kind of gaming that is something that's it's irreplaceable. I mean, to be honest with you, it's just fabulous. So if you're even fascinatedly interested, you could just kind of participate in chat only, never actually roll up a character if you don't want.
Yeah, I'd say just sit back and watch, show up a couple of times. We're going to get into it in a slow sort of way. And Group A, that's awesome. If you want to like roll your career class, you can. If you want to go through the 20 or so pages, that's probably the best. And the restrictions are that if you have, to be a warrior, you need weapon skill greater than 30. For a ranger, it's ballistics. For a rogue, it's initiative, and for academic, it's intelligence. Those 4 over 30, and then that's the restrictions on choosing a character class. But if you want to choose a class that you don't have the minimum on because you didn't roll high enough, you can re-roll that stat, and if you know.
I got
we can cover that later. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I got very strong on my first roll.
Oh yes, that's very good. So you put an asterisk on your S and add 1 to it.
In the top, you add it in the box, or you add it in the up in the top, right? Okay.
Make it a 5, yeah. Oh wait, what'd you get? Very strong?
Yeah. Very strong. 5 strength.
Nice, yeah. So yeah, 5 strength.
Max strength and very strong. That's lovely. I'll be good to be able to help labor, and I'm the tug of war champion for the village. Hey, important stuff, you know. Okay, I'll keep rolling. That was my first one, so that's 3 skills total now. Is that what you're saying?
You only get to roll 2 because you've taken up two of your 4 with mining and metallurgy. So your second one is a 13.
Dance.
You already get it as a noble.
Oh, I think. Let me look.
You got
over
the book
here.
open, right?
Yep. No, it's blather, charm, etiquette, heraldry, luck, read, write. But I also have dance.
You, my friend, know how to dance.
Dance. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your dwarf behind. But if you don't dance, and if you don't dance, well, you're no dwarf of mine. Okay, now, what's going on here? Okay, so that's my 4th one then. That's all of them?
Right on. Hey, Weave, we're gonna play this game a little bit different, where make anything that seems interesting to you. We're gonna go really slow with letting people get into their career, and it's not gonna be so much of a hack and slash like game where weak points in this are something that we're gonna have to worry about, because we'll sort of, if there's a battle, like let's say we're fighting the yellow eye
Goblins.
Yeah, we'll take whoever's here that Saturday and we'll just get it done, and I'll tailor the adventure. We kind of came to sort of do this just sort of to have fun with it more than I don't know. I want you to have fun, so there's no weak spot, is what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
I want you to do whatever you really feel like you can get into.
And this is going to be for experienced people and new players alike, but because we will have some new players, you know, we're not trying to make it this crazy wild thing, as far as like a big old crazy hack and slash or whatever. Yeah, if you let Source take the lead and just kind of roll with what he presents or lays out, that has been really optimal for me over the years, having gamed with him for a long time. I will then do a dual parallel path kind of thought process, one about the game as a whole and the squad, the team, and then one is me as the character and what my motivations and why I'm here and what am I doing and what did I do a year ago and 5 years ago and why would I say or do certain things. For me, that's the way my brain works. In that when we're playing, is I kind of set up like two little areas of my brain focus for that. One for my character, one for the group. And Source is like guiding that both, basically. I have more control and freedom in the my character portion of it, I can pretty much say this is what I would like to have as my character, and it's not an issue if it's me telling them about why I think about stuff, because that's me personalizing my character, not in a mechanics wise, but in a personality wise.
Yeah. So I think on the back of the sheet, you'll have trappings.
I think you just have equipment, right? Wealth.
Yeah.
Companions, equipment. Oh, equipment, trappings. Okay.
Yeah. As a warrior, warriors are equipped with a suit of sturdy, practical clothing, including hooded cloak and boots.
Okay, you're gonna do the warrior stuff first. Okay, I'm gonna do that right here on the bottom. Sorry, go on.
They carry a sling bag, backpack, or sack containing a pewter tankard and cutlery, a tinderbox, and a blanket. Tinderbox, for those of you that don't know, is a traveling implement. It's a dry box that has kindling and fire starting materials in it.
Tinderbox, cutlery. What were the last two?
A blanket, a pewter tankard, cutlery, tinderbox, blanket.
Blanky. Okay.
Warriors carry some sort of hand weapon, usually a sword.
I'm gonna
but
be. Yep.
But players may choose an axe or a mace if they prefer, or a hammer.
I'm gonna be a hammer guy because it's Warhammer and I have metallurgy.
Okay. I think the Warhammer, specifically a Warhammer, is a specialty weapon.
Oh, I know. I was just saying it like that, but I'm gonna have a hammer as my.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just right hammer, right?
One hammer.
One.
A knife is
hammer.
also carried, tucked into the belt or boot. A helmet is worn for protection. The character also has a purse containing 3d6 gold. And we'll add that to what you get as a noble.
Wealth is down here.
The gold system in this game is set up so that it's like old Englishy. So you get 12 pence to a shilling and 20 shillings to a gold. That gives us 240 pennies in a gold piece. Trust me, the math is easier.
Wow, Ted, cool in chat. Group A, just learn about this world and Warhammer system in general, the TTRPGs even more in general. Perfect. This is a perfect way to learn about it all. That's awesome. Wild thing, you make my heart sing. You know it, Obite. I've been dancing the whole time. Hey. When I dance, when I'm on my up, I'm almost 5 foot tall. Just saying.
This game has a random career selector if you don't quite know what you want to play. Just keep in mind that we're going to build a village, so some careers may not be as helpful as others. Tomb robber, there may not be any tombs for you to rob, so just think about that, I guess. Maybe there's tombs. You never know. Don't let me tell you what to do. Honestly, if everybody else is way better at thinking and imagining their own character than I am. So, um, by all means, ignore that last part. Make anything you feel like would want to come along on a dangerous expedition into the wilds.
And that's it, right? Think of this, and then when you meet with Source or whatever, as you talk with them to roll up your character specifically, share those thoughts with him, and maybe, yeah, I mean, that might help spawn ideas for him that, oh, well, they'd find something for somebody to go look at stuff. Okay, I rolled everything. I'm a 53-year-old human scribe. Scribe can be useful, right? I rolled everything. Nice. Excellent. Well, that's really good practice with doing the system, Luden. Nice. So what I would optimally prefer is that everybody rolls with Source at some point, like we're doing here. Maybe not take as long, but I would say if you want to roll that character, if you're happy with that character, you want to start developing your backstory for that character and stuff, continue to do so. And then eventually the actual numbers and stuff, you should just roll them with Source, if that makes sense. So it's not a solo character creation process, and that's really perfect and great, but would love to be able to work with you and have that. But also, if you just do it and upload it, and that's the way because of your time restraints, and you want to do that, I would say
Exactly.
if you have already captured that numbers and you've got them printed out on a character sheet, like make it into a PDF and upload it to the Discord so Source could look at it and have a reference or whatever.
Yeah.
However,
and that's it. The game, even if somebody was like, well, I'm gonna have max on every stat, it really doesn't matter. In this game, it's not really like that. The toughest guy isn't that much more tough than the weakest guy. So in Dungeons and Dragons, a first level barbarian versus the 20th level barbarian, they're wildly different. They're not even comparable. But when you're talking about here, where you have your first through your fifth character class, the most hit points you're ever really gonna actively achieve is like 16 if you're like Spartan here, and everything maxes out at 100, and you're always trying to roll under your number with percentiles. So uh, the the differences aren't so vast that super level characters or whatever aren't
unbeatable.
Unbeatable, exactly.
What's up, Vincent? Welcome in, dude. You're cracking me up with that. Oh, ain't that cute? Paper Baldur's Gate. And actually, can read and write is useful because a lot of people don't in this game. I also will have read and write as a noble, so I'll have your back there.
I think a scribe is a good thing to bring along because it makes sense that a noble would a scribe would be like, well, I'm going to write this down. I'm going to get famous. So, we can do all of that. Now, the next thing to do here is on your character sheet, under your basic advancements, you'll have your advanced scheme, and you just copy those various +10s, and we're not going to add anything yet. So you don't get the +10 to weapon skill, ballistic skill, wounds. Each of those advancements is bought with experience points, which equates to $1 per experience. No, just kidding.
I was wondering when we were getting monetized here.
I don't monetize my imagination, damn it. And I think that's the cool thing about trying to do this. Whatever.
Here with us.
And I will say, make sure you hit up that TTRPG channel in Discord, in Spartan's Discord, because that is the way that I am going to keep track of this. So I'm going to link that now.
And we'll have all the offline updates as well, so you could interact through Source there, besides as well as during all the live streaming stuff. When I post live stream highlights and VODs, that's not going to capture that Discord content unless I've actually been sharing it on the screen, which I do sometimes. But it's trying to allow everybody some flexibility, really, in the time and scheduling and modernity of being all around the world. So, but 7 at wounds are great because I guess I was lucky at there, right? Weapon score 24, right? 2 at toughness, right? So toughness is kind of like added in like armor class, right? And so when you're attacking, you're being attacked, and you say you take 4 damage, then you're gonna subtract toughness with from that also. So it's like toughness is good, but so weapon score and stuff. When you have a 24, that means when you roll D100, you have to roll under 24. So that would have been a miss right there. So you want those numbers obviously to be as high as they can be here. And if there's a number like toughness or strength, or say initiative rather, initiative, it's 25. Yeah, you could roll 1d100s here on the chat. Exactly. Exactly, you're a scribe. You're not a warrior class for sure. Okay, Source. So then I've got these 4 skills. Do I go ahead and write down the other noble class skills that you've got on the screen here? Blather, charm, etiquette, heraldry. I think I've
you
got
get all of those
10.
till wit, and then at gamble, that's when you roll percentiles to see if you gain that skill. One thing that you'll notice is for everybody is that the noble character class has a lot more skills than everybody else, but most of those are rubbing elbows with noble skills. So
Blather, charm, yeah. Etiquette. Heraldry. Luck, read right. Okay, and then ride and wit up at the top here. Oops. Okay, ride and wit. And then a 50% chance to have gamble. So 50 or below. 38. So I have gamble. 50 or below for speaking. 10. Public speaking. Natural born bureaucrat, sounds like. 25% chance to consume alcohol. Do not have it. 25% chance to specialist weapon fencing sword. Do not. And 10% or less for musician. And do not. So, okay. And then I need those skills to advance through. So a lot of times what I do is I put a needs section here just to remind myself. And then I write those down. So I need to get consume alcohol and specialist weapon fencing sword.
And musicianship, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You can advance out of a career without completing it completely, but you can't without doing the complete advance scheme. You can only go back to a starter career.
So to restate what he says, when you go to a new career, when I exit noble into something else, I have to have completed these bonuses here. You have to spend the XP to gain all these. And you would like maybe to get the skills, but the skills are not required to exit. But these are. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. What's my int? Intelligence? Yeah, it's 28.
Oh,
not great.
Oh, I was saying for Luden. What's the scribe's intelligence?
Right, because a scribe is of the career class academic. I think you have to have a minimum of 30. Before I was rolling, I had the idea of One Punch Man in my head. I was like, I'll be the strongest. Went with Roy's. I'm like, I'm proud I could even read it right. Yeah, I'm too old for this shit. Lightning reflexes. Nice. Yeah, Group A, that's fine as well. You know, Ludin had already kind of jumped on and done some of their stuff, so we're just kind of working through that with them. Ins 32, willpower 35. Good, good.
Okay, yeah. So making a scribe is good. The next step, Group A, is to pick a career that really resonates with you, that you think would come along on this noble's crazy scheme to make a town and supply depot. But it's all for the war effort, so. Group A, do you have weapon skill, intelligence, initiative, or the last one at a 30?
Fellowship.
Oh, I can't remember. Hold on.
2d6 crowns. 4 plus the 3 I had as a warrior or whatever. I'm just going to round that up to 10. And gold crowns. That in my gold pouch. And jewelry were 10d6 gold crowns. 7. 15. 21, 23. 23 gold crowns worth of jewelry. Jewelry.
And
Can't spell.
yeah, jewelry and things like that, you know, they're worth what you can get for them, so.
Right. You could maybe sell it for more if you're good. Okay. And D4 hangers on. Here we go. Trace. Okay.
All right, so we'll roll up 3 NPCs. We can do that, or we can let somebody else, if they want to talk, I guess, talk about their character for a second, or where they're at.
Yeah, totally. If anybody wants to jump on the mic for, you know, going through a little bit of their character stuff, I'll kind of listen and do some production here while I continue on this. Also, if others have rolled up characters that you end up not using that as your main character, submit that to the TTRPG channel as possible NPC that we could use. All right, we got a wild Pokemon chat. So the idea being that, you know, other NPCs that come up in our story are going to be needed. Sometimes it helps Source if he's got some rolled up already with basic careers and stuff. So keep that in mind if you ever want to just roll some up as just like NPCs as practice going through the system, or maybe to learn the system better, that it's not necessarily a waste that you're going through it like that. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. So far we have Obite has made an engineer. We don't have any characters names yet. And then
Myself, a noble.
Yeah, noble.
Warrior class.
And Luden is going to be sort of a scribe, interacting through chat, which is just great. Are you a human or a dwarf, Luden?
I think he said him.
Oh, you would definitely be
Human. Yep.
attached with the noble families. You have a job and it pays fairly well. It keeps you in. Your nice clothes and pen and ink are expensive. So working for nobles is a good job if you are older, and this is I'm getting too old for this. Uh, Setting off to the wilds with your noble leaders may not be the perfect idea of a vacation, but it sure could make a good book.
Right? Some good stories to be had out there.
Griffey, did you have any ideas for a character class? And anybody else in chat, Biggs or Luden, sorry, you're in
Y-
voice chat
Yeah, I
also.
just joined. Hello.
Hey, Luden, what's up, man?
Hello.
Yes, I'm a human.
Yay! We love humans.
I thought I will be just a little bit basic because this is my first Warhammer character, so I didn't want it to go over the board.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I think that's a good thing also to talk about, is that this isn't going to be a lot of hardcore. You know, once people get characters made, it by all means we should have chats in text and do things in character. And if you come up with ideas for your character, maybe like if you're working on a book or the new plans in case of the engineer, you may just say so in chat just to give us all an idea of what our townspeople work on. I don't know if anybody's ever lived in a small town, but there really aren't secrets. Everybody kind of knows each other, and that's what it's going to be like, hopefully, with goblins.
Yeah, I
With
think
goblins.
me getting out of job from a big city, like not having any more opportunities, and being hired by a noble on the outbacks is kind of good. Also, I gave my character the name Rupert Attung because, well, I have this strange. I know I speak English quite well, but still I have this strange accent, European accent. So I thought it will perfectly suit my character. And it's funny that their hate is 5-3, and the age became 5-3 too. I mean 53. So yeah.
Nice, nice. I'm typing up the list of the current players in the TTRPG channel while everybody's chatting here. So, Luden, are you mostly planning on playing through the chat, Discord chat, or are you going to try and be able to make the streams every other Saturday too?
Well, because if it's Saturday, it can really work for me because
Sweet.
I can stay up late.
Yes. All
Yeah.
right. Cool. Cool.
So if everything goes right and I don't have any work attendance on the weekends, which is kind of rare, thankfully, because I switch jobs, I can be here mostly.
Nice. Okay.
We are +6 GMT. So we've talked about starting at noon our time. I guess we started a little bit later today. Did I do that right? -6? Where are we, GMT?
Yeah. We're -6. Yeah. I think plus goes east.
Yeah, I'm the +1 here.
Okay. So if we start early, hopefully you don't have to stay up too late or get up early. I don't know.
Okay.
Thanks for being here.
It's 2:30 in the AM in the morning.
Yeah.
No, sorry, 2:40. No, 30. Yeah.
I
When my
suspect
eyes
this
sleep.
might be towards the later times because we did get a late start. I stayed up wicked late last night. I think early, almost 4, 3. It was 3 a.m. or something by the time I went to bed. I was up watching my buddy play Homeworld 3. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I got the TTRPG chat channel list, updated current players who've indicated desire to play. Just threw in there. It's my 6 GMTs, the standard times that I'll be posting. And myself, Spartan, the dwarf noble. Obite is a dwarf engineer. Luden Reborn is a human scribe. We've got Grufe, and then we've got Lee or Good Noodle as our Twitch handle is not here yet today to roll up. Weave and roll. Are you thinking you're wanting to join in on that? And if so, do you have an idea what you would like for your character idea? Because let's see.
Yeah, and in the meantime, imagine yourselves in an above ground dwarven citadel. Below you, in the Black Gulf, are the steam engines that power the dwarven navy. And as you look out across the gulf, you are planning an adventure to the east, far away from the home. Well, 120 miles from home, into the Varakan Hills, in order to make a new society, a new town, to support the war that these ships are steaming off to fight in. And with the noble, the engineer, and the scribe, you all find yourselves in the same room, plotting and drawing out the future footprint for the town. And what do you think? Who do you think would aid you best in building this town, as you three are the experts at the moment? And you can just type it in chat too if you don't want to talk.
Could you do a little restate? Sorry, I got slightly distracted. This is what we would be doing as we move towards this adventure.
Well, I just am trying to find a reason that everybody can roll a D100 in chat so that we can have our first rolls of the game tonight. It's like the scribe and the engineer and you are all sitting around with paper, drawing and planning a town. So everybody would roll an intelligence roll.
Okay. So we're spitballing, brainstorming ideas for the way we would like to lay out the land, looking over the topographic report that we had, hoping it's accurate or whatever.
Topographic maps haven't been invented in the Renaissance.
Well, the map that was drawn out,
kidding.
You know what I mean? But
sorry.
the I said topographic, but whatever the data is, a magic scroll with all the little 3D generate now.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Discord chat here. Let's see. Do you want to pull up, I don't know, the map, or we're still set on the scribe?
Yeah. Pull up the map.
I don't know.
There we go.
Can you zoom in? Nothing's really legible at the screen level from there. All right, there we go.
Yep.
Excellent.
And we could use Twitch chat if Obite, Luden, and Spartan want to roll a D100, either in TTRPG or Twitch chat.
Yeah, let's do it. TTRPG's on the screen right now, so it's / roll and then D100. I rolled a 70.
No good ideas from the noble.
Yeah, from neither two, because I rolled the 72 and
Oh yeah,
yeah, I have.
You gotta roll those. You gotta. It's a. If you can roll them in the Discord so we could see the rolls. It just helps us all be a part of it better when we can see everybody's rolls.
Yeah, I will roll my next roll on Discord. But I got the 72.
72. Okay.
That's okay.
And you're smart, but not that smart, right?
I think we're all that way. Obite, are you around? Well,
Yes.
no good ideas. Oh, okay. Roll D100. That's all right.
I did roll in Twitch chat. I mean, I'll roll again, but
Aha.
Which one are you guys in? TTRPG talk rolling?
Correct. We're in
Yeah.
Discord rolling right now. Wave and roll. If you
Well-
want, you could do a D exclamation point D100.
I
see
know,
it
I
now.
know Discord. I'm just saying which channel in Discord.
The voice
the-
chat channel has you click the little chat bubble and it's like a text room.
The engineer has all of the answers.
In Discord, it's / roll D100. Sorry, got two different systems.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, we're gonna use the one in chat in Twitch. So just for this roll, we'll figure it out for actual other rolls. You guys will see within the foothills an area that may serve to give you at least one wall against cliff face, so that maybe you can dig into it or fortify it in some way. The town itself, for the rest of the humans and whoever comes to inhabit, will be spread out in a field stretching to the northwest. The hills themselves will be thick as you approach the river to the southeast and the east. So not great for building a village.
You're saying we're coming up along this river bend here, trying to find a place that's optimal.
Yeah, you've done that in
But-
your... Yeah, exactly.
I have astronomy. Can I find a better place by looking at the stars?
I think that you could find an auspicious place by looking at the stars.
Yes.
Yeah, roll percentiles, add 10 to your intelligence for having astronomy.
So in chat, it's / roll, and then
Yeah.
space D100 in the
And then I.
Discord. Yep. And then
Oh,
and then we'll add
I-
10, so 54. Nice.
no.
well.
I mean, I add 10 to my intelligence. That's only still
42.
42. Yeah, 42. So it's just barely.
Just barely. Okay, nice.
It was a cloudy day, or a cloudy night. When we get out, so theoretically, because we haven't really started, we're still all in Barakvar. When we get out to the field and we have our full adventuring retinue, we'll be able to take some better readings, I think.
Wait till a clear night and do it up on the hill. There we go. Weave and roll. Got 70. So yeah, you probably didn't succeed with your intelligence. Probably not 70 yet.
Weave and Roll is a 70-year-old dwarf.
Oh, that's your age. Okay, gotcha.
You're gonna be a dwarf too, eh?
Age, perfect.
Oh, a dwarf warrior. Oh yeah, hoorah! What kind of warrior class are you gonna be?
Nice. Execute in chat.
Spartan.
Yep.
I'm not a dwarf. I'm a dwarf.
You're a D ward. How about that? Is that acceptable?
Ward. Absolutely. Doesn't sound bad at all. Ward.
Capital F.
Did you roll percentiles on the career class also, Weave?
Pulling up warrior. So dwarf career class. So you don't get to pick your career directly. 49 weapon score.
You can if you want. I was just wondering, of the warrior careers, which one are you?
41
Oh, and
outlaw. Hey, we're gonna need an outlaw to non-outlaw interface persona, and that sounds like it'd be optimal if you do stick with that. I mean, we are out on the frontier after all.
I think that's the point there. I mean, that's exactly the thing, is that out in the frontier, your past is your past, and you're living by your wits. So it's just you can't go to a few certain cities. 1 in 3 states.
Rufe, you may need to do push to talk. Sometimes it's set to be required.
AFK for half a second.
Okay. So right now we're just kind of going through and working with everybody as they're bringing up their characters, doing the various roles through for them. If you are choosing the career class of warrior, the basic career chart there, this role will be for career. Okay, weave and roll. Gotcha. 12. Laborer. I mean, you're going to be strong AF.
Yeah, and we need laborers.
It's definitely true. And, you know, even if you get any of these things, you could still role play towards a certain type of character. I'm not trying to say ignore what you get, but also that you could have, say, I'm a laborer, but I have roguish tendencies. Like, yeah, I procure some thieves' tools, and I'm always trying to eyeball stuff. I'm just kind of shifty. Like, you can do that flexibility even within your own careers. I mean, you probably know that, but I'm also speaking generally for everybody.
Actually, having engineers and laborers and scribes is pretty essential to maintain a good town. So we are getting the best outcomes yet.
That's right. I agree.
I agree. And laborer, I'll go to it real quick, is one of the better classes in the game.
Because of the what you start with and where you can go to.
Yeah, their skills list is up there with outlaw and noble.
I guess that doesn't have a search. It's like scroll, scroll, scroll. Wee. We go for a ride. No, you're good. I was just like, wee.
Motion sickness.
Yeah, I was like, hopefully you're pretty good. Puke on my keyboard.
So the toughness and wounds advancement is good, but more it's the rest of the skills: carpentry, drive cart. Now it's a percentage to start with them, but you can buy those with experience as you move along, and you can pick up very resilient, very strong,
Which are otherwise random chance you get a roll for them. Wow, those are good skills. Yeah. Engineering, drive cart, carpentry, sing. Hey, I can dance. We could form a duo. Exits, artillerist or engineer, skill, bodyguard, footpad. And so when you're writing that stuff down, you write on your character sheet the... Oops. Hang on, I'm set up. You write the numbers you roll along the beginner starter profile section. And then the stuff that you see in the book is listed as the advanced scheme. And so you're going to write the numbers and stuff that are listed in the advanced scheme in the book. in the advanced scheme section. So for this, the laborer's advanced scheme, they're going to have 10 for toughness, 10 for wounds, and that's it. And then at some point in your leveling process, you'll spend XP to get these toughness and wound points here added to your list. Because when it's showing up in the advanced scheme section on your sheet, that's just showing you that it is something you need to level up into, not that you have it currently leveled up. That makes sense. Can't make yourself audible in Discord. Yeah, I'm not sure, Groufé. I mean, have you tried rebooting? I mean, just check. I don't think there's any blocking. Yeah, and you've got voice permission, yeah.
Testing voice, testing voice.
Yeah, Weave, that's it. We got you. Also, in Twitch chat, please let me know if a particular person's volume is too low for you to hear. Very strong, very resilient, consume alcohol. Those are great ones. So you don't. So you'll have to spend XP to get drive cart, carpentry, sing, but you do also have scale sure surfaces as well. That's when you get to start.
The skill consume alcohol. The skill descriptions are just after the career section, and it is essentially avoiding the effects of being drunk. In the world of the Renaissance and world of Warhammer, rather, finding clean drinking water is an issue. So sometimes the only thing to drink is beer and things like that. So fresh water isn't, always available.
That makes more sense now.
And like Spartan, with the very resilient, very strong traits, put an asterisk on the base value and add +1 to the relevant stat, strong or tough.
And then
And
add the number into that, what you had. I had a 4 here, and then I put the asterisk and made this a 5.
Yeah, and then if you want to show your paper on the other screen there.
Oh, like the full size?
Oh, no, I guess that was good enough. The other last thing there on the character sheet is the third line. That's your current profile. Essentially, you will use that to copy from the top line, add any advancements you have from the middle line, and get the total on the bottom line. So you shouldn't have any advancements currently, so all of those will just transfer straight down without the extra
The
number.
top line written on the bottom line currently. When I spend points to level them, I'll add in the ones that are marked in the middle line, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so the middle line is ones you need to spend XP on to get, and then once you do, you add them into the bottom, which is the total. So I'm just going to translate all the ones on my top to the bottom. Ignoring the middle. Eight, 6, 5, 7. Okay. So technically, my character is going to need 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 1,000, 100 points apiece times 10 to get all those leveled up. Is that 100 each? And when I get them, I put a marker here in the corner and shade it in as a triangle, filled in triangle, and that indicates that I've learned it, and then the total number here will be added in. So you'll be able to tell the original started at 17. If this number's 27, you know you've added it in, right? So it's kind of straightforward. Roof Age, get your mic working.
That's a great character. Man, look cool as a cucumber. Talk about 60 cool.
Nice. Oh, weave your picture. Okay, I see. Oh, you're sideways. 60, 45, 25. Nice.
So you'll keep your cool at the hordes of goblins, but when magic comes knocking, might be a different story.
Nice.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, don't forget height and weight. Let's see. That weight and hair and eyes, that's all chosen, right?
You're missing a handful of skills. So we need to go back to the skill chart. Let's see.
Warrior skill.
Yeah, so roll a d4 and add +2. D4 +1, that's how many skills you get, and then as a dwarf you have mining, and then your second skill will be smithing or metallurgy, and then we'll roll and see if we can't get you a couple other skills. Sorry, that was all for weave.
Oh, yeah, no, you're good. I'm following along. I'm just moving the camera and kind of looking at my character sheet. I'm feeling pretty solid with that all.
Oh, so you had 5 skills? Yeah, you'll have mining, and then you'll choose smithing or metallurgy. Maybe smithing goes along with being a laborer. And then we'll roll 3 other skills on that chart. Dwarf, yeah, so percentiles. There's a bunch of good stuff you can end up with.
Okay, so you're looking at, for weave, he's looking at the dwarf chart, warrior chart, rolling the D100s, and that's picking those skills that he's getting to start.
Yeah, he's got 3 skills to roll.
All right, I'm going to step away for a second, guys, get a little bit of a stretch and a walk around and just let Source run with it. So, BRB.
Well, one thing the engineer, the scribe, and the noble are certain of is they've got the perfect laborer to come along for this task. He can stand up to any threat, and he can build. Will be able to. Oh, you need to add scale shear surface on your character too.
What statistics should I use or write to my knife, because I couldn't find anywhere?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at Spartan. What would you say, Luton?
So what statistics should I write to my knife? Because I forgot to write those and I couldn't find anywhere.
Oh yeah, weapons and various things. The shopping list is on page 295. And the stats for weapons. Whoa, hold on. Stats for weapons are on 128 for ranged missile weapons.
I have been informed that Alt is my key command for chat, so that's what
Oh.
I'm using.
Hey, Groove.
Hello.
Also, Weave, you can reroll Metallurgy unless you just want to keep it. Lightning reflexes and disarm are very useful. Nice. Good job, Weave. He says, okay, this character has potential to be a beast. No, I'm rolling everything. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think with this knife I will just run.
There are a list of trappings that are not listed under the career trappings. Page 16, there's a small paragraph that describes the stuff that you have. Wait, not 16.
So at this point, Source, I don't currently have a career path or anything like that. I just have a bunch of stats.
Oh, okay. What kind of thing do you have in mind?
Well, so my best stat right now is in leadership. $35, yeah, exactly.
Well, so if you wanted to play any of the other careers, say something really jumped out at you, I would let you re-roll a stat. That's not a big deal. Or if you want to re-roll all of them, also not a big deal. I believe in taking a mulligan. It's just part of it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that my idea is to be like a boatman. I mean, we're on a river, right? Like
That's a really good idea.
it just makes good sense to be a boatman or a fisherman.
So why don't you re-roll your weapon skill and re-roll until it's above 30 and then start as a boatman. That's a really good career class.
I'm human. I just figured I'd be a human because the guide that I found said you should be a human if you're a novice player, and I have no freaking idea what I'm doing.
You're doing just fine. It's really just come play imagination with this. So your character will have come up on the river, and you'll start the game with a boat, and that'll come in handy with the group, especially with moving stuff up and down the river and maintaining a good trade network, which sounds boring, but it won't be. It'll be awesome.
Okay, cool. Can you give me uh the abbreviated stat of the weapon thing that you told me
Sure.
to reroll?
What is your WS?
WS is 31.
Okay, you're good enough to start as a boatman with a weapon skill of 31. If there's another stat you'd like to reroll, if you feel like anything might be too low, feel free. You can reroll one. True story. And for Luden, page 120 for the hand weapon stats, the knife gets a +10 on initiative, -2 to damage, -20 to parry. Not
Yeah,
a good hand weapon.
yeah, but
Can
I can run away fast.
can you remind me what CI and WP stand for?
That is a CL. It stands for cool, and that's your how calm you are under pressure, facing off against threats.
Okay.
WP is willpower, and that is your sort of psychic resistance against threats like being afraid or not being afraid, but magically messed up.
My
Okay,
character,
Roger. Do you have a like those are my two weakest stats and they are identical. Do you have a recommendation as to which one?
Sure. If you can imagine your character alone on your boat at night, is it the potential witch stalking the bank that scares you more, or is it the uh, alligator swimming up the stream? The alligator you would resist being afraid with cool, the witch you would resist being messed up by her with willpower.
What's the willpower?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my CL and WP are the same.
I'd go CL. That'd be fine, and that way you're more likely to face off against earthly threats anyway, especially early on.
All right, cool.
I mean, my weapon skill is pretty low with 24, but it really shows that I haven't been on real assignments outside of cities with my 23 leadership and 25 fellowship. I don't even know what they are for. I mean, I have a quite idea. Okay, I'm bad at bot. I'm bad at bot. Yes, and it will be terrible.
Yeah.
No, I really love like how I wrote my character, and after that I just wrote scribe and it came together. I wouldn't reroll, and The only thing is that I think maybe I'm a little bit too tough, but I think with the levels, I mean, a point 0.7 wound is like a too tough for being a scribe, but I just consider myself lucky.
Perhaps this is the reason that you've been eyed by the powers that be to come along on this voyage. You're hardy.
Yeah, I I did only two things: heavy lifting or the encyclopedias and writing them.
Books are heavy, man.
Isn't there like a base trapping somewhere? I just can't find it.
Yeah, it's page 12 maybe. Page 18, sorry. And so page 18 is interesting. Trappings in this game, it's really about your story and what you want it to be. So when you read this, you read warrior has some sort of hand weapon, usually worn. Players may have an axe if they prefer, also a knife tucked into the belt. So it's suggesting you do have a belt, right? So anything you can pull out of that paragraph on page 18, you can have as trappings.
Yeah, I have a bed, so I just put on my pouch on. I mean, yeah, got pouch on my bed and or the knife and what do I have? Yeah, the writing stuff, or the. Let me see.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do for my career.
Did you say boatman earlier?
Yeah, I thought about that. Um,
Ballistic skill has to be a 30.
my my BS is 30, so
Yeah, you're good.
all right, cool. I'll be let's see, a boatman or fisherman.
It's your choice. They both have their bonuses. I think the boatman, it suggests more of working with cargo, whereas a fisherman, you're feeding the village. So they're both definitely necessary living in the wilderness.
I want to be a fisherman.
Oh, very good. I think you get to use nets, right?
Let me. I'm shoot. I'm so sorry. I'm very slow. I need to
You,
look at the freaking.
oh, you get cartography. We needed a map maker.
I'm useful. I'm useful.
Everybody gets a free starting advance, so either a skill or one of your stats. I just haven't said that yet because we're still kind of making characters and talking. And again, anybody in chat, I haven't really been looking at Twitch. Anybody that's not in here, thanks for checking us out, and you're more than everybody's welcome. We're gonna do this. It'll be fun. It's gonna be good. Yeah, I think through the week in the TTRPG chat and Discord, that is, we'll have little text adventure prompts, and we'll try and get the land cleared and take on some dangers, and then when we come back for our next Saturday stream, not that we're ending now or that we need to, but we'll have a little bit more planned along, and then I'm sure we'll have talked about it more and see who else wants to join us.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would like to talk more to the people who are organizing this, um, just to get a better sense of who I am as a character and whatnot.
Yep. Well, yeah. Um, so it turns out that when you start talking to the people organizing it, you are one of the people organizing it. You've been, selected, or a letter sent to you recognizing you for the skills that you have to survive in the wilderness. They need somebody to provide food, and you'll certainly be on a river and up into little tributaries. So having your skills will be a lifesaver.
That's very good to know. Thank you.
So yeah, you're essentially a founder of this new town. It's an honor in a way. You may end up with land after this,
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, I thought about
or a
my
river.
backstory, uh,
Yeah.
and it came together. I think which would really explain why I'm quite good with ballistic skills and why I have these high wound points. That in my early ages I was some sort of part of a militia, especially archer, but I got injured in battle. So I had to learn another trade skill, which was basically scribing and reading, and that stuck with me. So I left all the battles. I left all basically society. That's why I'm not good with leadership, because mostly I've been
Yeah.
running from the battle after I got wounded.
I could see you having decorations for various valorous uh, moves on the battlefield.
No, I was a coward.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That's why
Howard survived. I'm
Yeah,
laughing
like
so hard right now.
yeah, that's my leadership is like really low because they were trying to give me this regiment. Like, hey, you really can shoot a bow, and I was like, please don't. And this really explains my fellowship. Like my regiment came to me and asked, sir, what we should do right now. And I was like, I don't know, fire your bows and kill enemy, I don't know. So yeah, I got injured and I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. The training wasn't paying out.
Skyrim reference, nice. Very good. I like that. That's very good. And this area of the Border Princes is a war ravaged area anyway. It's lots of inner fighting, lots of cross border fighting, and so plenty of opportunity to have been in a militia or a organized army and then leave. Very good. Who else do we have? Have we touched on everybody's character a little bit? The incident.
I I have to ask. My fellowship is 29. Do you think that means anything?
It's just below average by 1 point. It's yeah.
All right, so just kind of like people.
Well, you're the neutral. Take him or leave him, maybe.
Like literally, my only stat above 30 right now is leadership.
Oh, and your weapons skill and ballistic skill, right?
Yeah, weapons, ballistics, and whatever I is
Oh, I is
initi-
yeah.
initiative. Yeah, those are all over 30, but the other things are mostly below 30.
Yeah, it's on the Warhammer wiki. That's where I'm looking at right now. Yeah. Nope. No problem.
Which man?
Yeah, yeah, fisherman.
Oops, sorry, I accidentally muted. So, yeah, thank you, Wave Roll. That'd be good to get your character sheet remade. I plan on, DM, appreciate that, Chromie. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Plan on getting the character sheet, like you said, updated. That'd be great. And now I can't remember what I was just saying. I had to rewind.
Yeah, you did. So everybody that does have a character, if you want to fill out the Excel that's linked in TTRPG Talk, and then just re-upload that to that channel, then I can have a log, and it's in Excel, so you can use Google Sheets or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm really glad everybody showed up. I'm actually really astounded that we've got so many awesome people sitting here talking to us about role-playing games now. Grufe, this is your first time, and this is sort of what it's like on the first game. You sit and talk about characters and talk about backstory, and like Spartan was saying, a lot of it is what you make of it. And that comes to, like, when we start doing this town thing, when you've got fish and you want to sell fish, kind of come up with however it's fun for you to do it. It doesn't have to be, none of it has to be like cumbersome or anything. So
Yeah, like I mean, so I've had a couple of sessions of D&D, and yeah, like the idea of like this entirely new system that is much more political, the Warhammer thing, and yeah, having all this other stuff that you've had. Yeah, I'm just curious to see how this evolves.
yeah, well, so essentially it's gonna start, most games will start where I will generally describe the scene. So if I were to generally describe the scene of where theoretically all 5 or 6 of you all are sitting, I would, you're sitting on the upper balconies of a large dwarven stone citadel perched out on the cliff sides over the Black Gulf. You'll see the steamboats processing westward to war, and your thoughts are focusing to the east at your new village. On the table in front of you are the first hand drawn sketches by the engineer and the scribe for the footprint of the new village, and you see a bend in the river that almost certainly has good fish throughout the year, as it will stay deep even in the hot summers or something like that. And then that's your opportunity to interact with the story that I just told you, or bring something up and we can go down another rabbit hole. And mostly it's bring something up and then I mediate the outcomes and then describe what happens, and that way we,
it's like a conversation.
Yeah, it is a conversation.
Yeah, and God, like the last D&D session that I had, I was pretty much paralyzed the entire time.
Combat?
Because, well, no, not the combat. It was during the storytelling bit. I did not know what to do.
Gotcha.
Everyone else did stuff.
I mean, sometimes that's a part of being a newer player, is like just being there and figuring out, oh wow, I didn't really do much that time, and make that conscious effort to inject yourself sometimes.
During the like when I play a computer game, like a point and click computer game. Like Harlan Ellison, I have no mouth and I must scream. I can click somewhere, and I'm limited in my choices by the programming of the game.
And you're also the only person to be doing anything, and if you don't, it's just going to sit there, so you realize you have to.
Absolutely.
But you can always cast a fireball.
No. But then when I'm in the course of a TTRPG campaign, it's like there are no limits.
Yeah, I can see that. It really is very much that way. But here, I'm putting a few constraints on you, but like initial quests and stuff. So, uh, th that may help a little bit. That we're going to be a little bit more on rails as far as like the overall story of building this town. But when it comes to your fisherman, it's really good idea. Your life isn't just fish. Your life is your significant other, or the friends and people that may or may not. But there's no prompt to say there are these 5 people, and it's a conversation between the player and the storyteller. So the best place to start is to just ask a simple question. If I'm talking about Barkvar or the river, it's 100% okay to just break in and say, "Hey, so tell me more about the river." And even it might even prompt me to do some research of my own and figure out what other geological terms I could use, like a Horstengraben style river or a braided river, and then maybe that will help engage your imagination, and then you can ask a further question, and it won't all be as long-winded as this, hopefully, because giving time to talk is a big deal.
Actually, you said that we are kind of aware that the current layout of the town isn't the best, right?
Which isn't the best?
The current layout, the current blueprint which we came.
Oh, that
came
is true. That is true.
So,
It is
so
not.
yeah, if we are aware, I should let go to the nearest library and search for references and see how the small towns started out. So maybe some in history books or something.
You could learn quite a bit that way. The library in Barakvar and Samjak are ancient and storied, to say the least, and dwarves love their civil engineering. So let's do a regular old intelligence check. Go ahead and add 20 because you happen to be in this big metropolitan library. And that would be intelligence plus 20, and then roll under that on a D100.
Yeah, I
Source.
just got it. Because if I add 24 my 32, then it's 52, and I rolled a 43.
Very good. You will easily find a book on dwarven techniques for engineering foundations, and this may lead you in understanding how the city has to be laid out in order to get your good omen from the astronomy. What was that, Luden? Or Grufe?
I was just wondering if we could talk after this for just
Yes.
some clarification.
I think that's also something that really comes in handy is one-on-one. I don't know that I have much more in me tonight we've done a lot of really good work tonight. It's been super fun. So maybe if we call the stream here the next 10 or 15, then I'll stick around and I'll be on Discord all night. So anybody that wants to stop in and talk game, I'm here for it for sure.
Excellent. Well, I want to say, hey, DM Chromie and Twitch chat, thank you for hanging. Yeah, some of us were looking at both chats simultaneously, but some were just bouncing into Discord. So if you are interested in hanging out and participating, or at least even reading up on, you're welcome to join us over there. There's the Discord link in chat, and thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Always enjoy having more conversations with folks that are into this kind of stuff. It's fascinating. There's so much. It's just amazing.
Well, thank you, Spartan, for having us.
Yeah, Group Fate, man. Glad you were able to make it. You know, it's I felt like we were just impromptu talking about it. We had been talking about it out of stream and stuff for years, like I was saying. So I'm really glad Source and I were able to kind of sit down and hash it out enough to kind of come up with an idea that works enough to get it live, to get out here to interact with y'all. So thanks everybody that was here tonight.
I mean, for God's sake, like I've thought about doing a D&D campaign for years, and like I you know, since I got involved in you know, God, what's the name of that campaign? Critical Role.
Oh, yep.
I got involved in that, and I figured, well, yeah, I'd like to get involved in a D&D campaign.
Well,
And
this is close to that, kind of.
yeah, well, yeah, and it's something I never really got involved in any sense, and so yeah, glad to be involved in something.
Excellent.
Absolutely welcome.
After I played a lot of D&D, I got the real taste, like, I want to get involved with anything but D&D. I mean, I don't hate on D&D, I really love it, but when I saw the Spartan pulling out a new kind of thing which I haven't saw, my eyes sparkled like, yes! What is it?
Far out.
Awesome. That's super cool, dude, and good to hear it, because honestly, I grew up with D&D. It was my bread and butter, like all the way back, like when it was brandy new version 1. I was so excited once we started playing this. The campaign was so epic. It was so fun. It was like a 5-year campaign in real life time. And dude, seriously, my favorite system ever since. 4's pretty close, I agree. We did a 4th edition campaign once, phenomenal, and it was fun, but I like kind of more basic V1 stuff myself. There's the map. Big old map right there. Well, hey, everybody. This is, I think we're going to go ahead and go towards the wrap-up phase of everything. I'm going to hop out of Discord. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you all for hanging out and participating. Look forward to, like Source said, don't wait until Saturday, next Saturday, to talk about stuff. Like, this channel's here 24/7. We can interact with it and be back and forth as needed. I'm hanging out in Discord sometimes playing games. I'd be glad to have you pop in and talk about the game while I'm playing whatever. Like, it's set up to be as easy for any and all of us to play together. You know, life is a busy time. We're all got a lot of responsibilities to take care of. It would be just nice to be able to just hang, and even if you can only do a little bit of back and forth asynchronous text chat interaction with the group's going to be reading that TTRPG chat. If your only interaction is you're able to hang out and make comments and stuff about your character or whatever that you maybe never even roll up through the text chat, that's the only place, then do it. That'll be great. You know, would love to have it. Love to have you have a place to be able to interact with, even if it's at a more minimal layer. It's really up to you. This is us putting this out here for you all to be able to join. So thank you again.
Yep, exactly. If you just want to be Skippy the Baker, I'll set up a bread shop for you in this town, and that's all the interaction you need. And then you can talk in chat as Skippy the Baker if you want to. And you know, it's all about having fun. It's about community, and it's about seeing how many people we can involve. I said the player limit would be 20, but with Spartan and a really good community, we could have as many people as wanted to come in and interact with us be around for the game, and I think that's really cool.
Yep, exactly. All right, y'all, thank you much. I'm dropping out of Discord. Have a good one. I'll be back in Discord after I get done wrapping up stream, so I'll talk to y'all later. Don't head out now. If you want to hang out and keep chatting, I'll BRB in Discord, but I'm going to go ahead and do my Twitch wrap up, so talk to y'all in a few. Excellent, everybody. Well, thank you all for being here. Hey, phenomenal. It's good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. And I do use anonymous follows here in the chat, so, you know, feel free, whoever, say hey if you'd like to have a chat. I work full time, so my Twitch time is me hanging out and nerding out and trying to find like-minded cool folks out there on the internet. You know, I've got a real good family and life friends balance, I feel, already. I want to interact online with people and meet folks from around the world through the internet, doing the things that I do, role-playing game, tabletop role-playing games, and computer gaming, both. So those are kind of gaming passions for me as a hobby that do take a good bit of my time. And so as I did this more and more, I was like, well, the internet makes us all able to do this together. Like, why should I only just play games in this room here by myself, even though I might talk to people, whatever. Now I took it to the next level. I started streaming to be able to hang out with folks. And so thank you all for being a part of my Twitch journey. You know, following is free. You get those notifications. I also do content elsewhere, but it's pretty sporadic because it's mostly derived and for and around my Twitch stream. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Tuesdays at 7 p.m. U.S. Central and Saturday morning/afternoons are the times that I stream regularly. Those are my scheduled stream times. By following me and hitting the Twitch notifications, you will get a notification when I go live, because I do pop-up streams where I'm not tweeting out that I'm going live. I just go live. I'll stream for an hour, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm out. So if you want to get those notifications, make sure and sign up for all those, because that's the place that you would see those. All right. So thank you all for this. I will be making highlights, and I will be having a Twitch VOD collection of all the sessions of this game, so that they will be available for anyone to review offline. If you're really curious on keeping up with what all was said, questions that were answered, etc. And also, as we do this, please, clipping, scenarios, stuff that's relevant to you, think was super helpful. Wild Jerafig in chat, let's throw a Pokeball at it. Any of that stuff's always appreciated as well. I'm going to spend half a nano here and try and find somebody to raid. Thank you all for hanging with me. It's been super amazing and awesome today.